Welcome back to Z Coin. We're diving into a story that's been making waves in the numismatic community. Imagine finding a Roosevelt dime in your pocket change and discovering that it's worth $1 million. Sounds incredible, right? Well, in today's video, we're going to explore the 2019 Roosevelt dime, its history, why some of these dimes could be worth so much, and what you need to look out for. So, stay tuned to learn how a little 10-cent coin could turn into $1 million jackpot. The Roosevelt dime has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1946, named after President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This small silver coin was designed by John R. Cynic and has remained mostly unchanged for over 7 decades. But what makes the 2019 Roosevelt dime stand out? Why are some of these dimes potentially worth a fortune? Before we get into the specifics of the 2019 dime, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand the legacy of the Roosevelt dime. Introduced in 1946, this dime was minted to honor the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. Roosevelt was not only a beloved president, but also a strong advocate for the March of Dimes, an organization initially founded to combat polio, a disease Roosevelt himself suffered from. The design of the dime features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Fast forward to 2019. While the design remained the same, something peculiar happened that year that has collectors talking. Let's break down why 2019 is such a special year for Roosevelt dimes. The year 2019 was significant for a few reasons. Firstly, it marked the 70th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime. But more importantly, 2019 saw a series of minting anomalies and errors that have made certain dimes from this year particularly valuable. Minting errors occur when there's a mistake in the minting process, and collectors go crazy for these error coins because they are often rare and can vary widely in how noticeable and unique the error is. Some of the most notable errors reported in 2019 dimes include double die obverse, off-center strikes, and coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet. For those of you not familiar with these terms, a double die error is when the die used to strike the coin has a slight double impression, leading to letters and numbers that appear doubled. An off-center strike is when the design is not perfectly centered on the coin, and striking on the wrong planchet means that the coin was struck on a metal blank intended for another denomination. Each of these errors makes a coin unique and, depending on the rarity and the market demand, can significantly increase its value. And this is where the story of the $1 million 2019 dime comes into play. So why is there talk of a 2019 Roosevelt dime potentially being worth $1 million? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and condition. Error coins, especially those that are prominent and easily noticeable, can fetch extremely high prices at auction. In 2020, rumors began circulating in online coin forums about a particularly rare 2019 Roosevelt dime with a major minting error. This coin supposedly had a perfect storm of desirable features: a dramatic double die obverse, an off-center strike, and a proof finish on a non-proof planchet. If such a coin were to exist, it could potentially be one of the most valuable modern error coins ever. The $1 million figure might seem outlandish, but for collectors, owning a one-of-a-kind coin that represents a unique piece of minting history could indeed justify such a price. However, it's important to note that while there is excitement around this possibility, no verified 2019 Roosevelt dime has yet sold for such an astronomical sum. The current market value for known 2019 error dimes ranges from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on the type and severity of the error. Alright, so how can you tell if you have a valuable 2019 Roosevelt dime? Here are some tips to help you identify if your dime could be worth more than face value. Look closely at the inscriptions on the coin, especially Liberty and the date. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to see if there's any noticeable doubling of the letters or numbers. This is easier to spot. If the design is shifted significantly to one side, you might have an off-center strike. Check the color and texture of the coin. If it looks different from a regular dime, it could have been struck on a foreign planchet. Errors can be subtle, so good lighting is essential. Also, consider using a professional coin grading service to authenticate and grade your coin if you think it might be valuable. While finding a $1 million dime is incredibly unlikely, discovering a 2019 Roosevelt dime with a valuable minting error is still possible. And even if you don't find one worth $1 million, lesser errors can still bring in a nice profit. So let's say you've checked your 2019 dimes, and you think you found something special. What's next? How do you determine its market value and sell it? Here are some steps to guide you through the process. The first step is to get your coin graded by a reputable service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. A graded coin is more likely to sell for a higher price since buyers will have confidence in its authenticity and condition. Check out recent auction sales of similar coins to get an idea of what your dime could be worth. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers are good places to start. Rare and valuable coins often do better at auction, where multiple bidders can drive up the price. Make sure to choose a well-known auction house with experience in handling rare coins. Join online forums, attend coin shows, and engage with other collectors. Networking can provide valuable insights into the coin's market and potential buyers. Remember, while finding a $1 million dime is a long shot, staying informed and being diligent in checking your change can lead to unexpected rewards. Plus, the thrill of the hunt is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. So there you have it. The story behind the 2019 Roosevelt dime and its potential to be worth $1 million. Remember, coin collecting is as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Who knows? The next time you receive a dime in your change, it could be a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting content on rare coins and collectibles. Until next time, happy hunting! We have an incredibly exciting topic to dive into, one that might just blow your mind. We're talking about the 2014 Roosevelt dime, specifically the rare variant that has recently been valued at an astounding $5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $5 million. So, if you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just someone intrigued by incredible finds, stick around because this video is for you. Let's start with the basics. The Roosevelt dime is a coin that has been in circulation in the United States since 1946. It features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was the 32nd President of the United States. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, and it's known for its distinct features: Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. But the 2014 Roosevelt dime we're talking about isn't just any dime. To understand why it's so valuable, let's first go back to 2014. This year marked the 68th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime's introduction, and the U.S. Mint released a regular series of dimes in various mint conditions: circulated, uncirculated, and proof. But it was a rare anomaly in this series that caught the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. So, what makes this particular 2014 dime worth a jaw-dropping $5 million? It all starts with an incredibly rare minting error. During the production of the 2014 dimes, a small batch of coins was mistakenly struck with an error that caused them to be misaligned. This misalignment, along with a unique combination of other minting defects, made these coins incredibly rare and highly sought after, This rare mint error caused the 2014 dimes to be strikingly different from their standard counterparts. The misalignment error created a visual anomaly that led to a distinct pattern on the coin's surface. Collectors and experts quickly realized that this was not just a minor defect but a significant error that drastically increased the coin's value. When we first encountered these 2014 dimes with a misalignment error, we knew immediately that this was something special. Coins with such errors are incredibly rare, and they tend to attract a lot of interest from collectors and investors. The fact that this dime has been valued at $5 million speaks volumes about its rarity and significance in the numismatic world. So, how did this particular coin end up being valued at $5 million? Well, once the error was identified, it sparked a frenzy in the coin collecting community. Numismatic experts and collectors began to seek out these rare dimes, and their values skyrocketed. The combination of rarity, historical significance, and the sheer uniqueness of the error created a perfect storm for a record-breaking valuation. The 2014 Roosevelt dime has been the subject of high-profile auctions and private sales, with some transactions reaching extraordinary figures. The $5 million valuation reflects not just the rarity of the coin, but also the high demand among collectors and investors who see it as a valuable asset. If you're wondering how to identify a 2014 Roosevelt dime with this rare error, there are a few key features to look for. The misalignment error will create an unusual appearance on the coin's surface, including off-center details and irregular patterns. It's always a good idea to consult with a professional numismatist or coin dealer if you think you might have a valuable coin. For those of you who might have a collection of dimes or other coins, getting them appraised and graded by a reputable service can help determine their value. It's important to keep in mind that while most coins might not reach the $5 million mark, rare and well-preserved coins can still be worth a significant amount. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into the incredible 2014 Roosevelt dime and its astonishing $5 million valuation. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about rare coins and valuable finds, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest uploads. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep hunting for those rare finds, and who knows, you might just discover the next big thing in the world of numismatics. We're diving into an incredible story about a seemingly ordinary coin that has captured the fascination of collectors and investors alike. That's right, we're talking about the 2004 Roosevelt dime, a coin that's worth a staggering $4 million. Stick around as we uncover the history, value, and fascinating details behind this remarkable dime. Let's start with a bit of background. The Roosevelt dime, first minted in 1946, is a coin that many people are familiar with. It features President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. Designed by John R. Sinek, this dime was created to honor Roosevelt's leadership during World War II and his role in the founding of the March of Dimes. Fast forward to 2004, a year that didn't seem particularly special at first glance. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these dimes that year, but little did anyone know that a rare anomaly was about to make waves in the numismatic world. So what makes the 2004 Roosevelt dime so valuable? The answer lies in a rare and unexpected minting error. In 2004, a limited number of dimes were struck with a unique error, a doubling effect on the coin's design. This phenomenon is known as double die or DDR, double die reverse. On these rare dimes, you'll notice that the torch and the branches on the reverse side appear to have a doubled or ghosted image. This error occurred during the die-making process and is a result of the die being misaligned or improperly treated. The result is a doubled effect that makes these dimes highly sought after by collectors. Now, you might be wondering, why are these dimes worth $4 million? The value of any coin is determined by its rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. The 2004 Roosevelt dime with a double die error is extremely rare. Only a handful are known to exist, and each one is in pristine condition. The most famous of these dimes was discovered in a roll of dimes from a bank. It was initially overlooked, but was later identified by a sharp-eyed collector. After being authenticated by leading grading services, the coin went up for auction and fetched an astounding $4 million, setting a record for a Roosevelt dime. If you're wondering how to identify if you have one of these rare dimes, here's what to look for. The doubling effect on the reverse side is the key indicator. Also, check for any discrepancies in the appearance of the torch, branches, and the lettering. However, be cautious. Counterfeits and altered coins are not uncommon, so having your coin professionally graded and authenticated is crucial. Collectors and investors should also keep in mind that the market for rare coins is very dynamic. While the 2004 Roosevelt dime is currently valued at $4 million, values can fluctuate based on market trends and the availability of similar rare coins. If you're interested in coin collecting or investing, the world of numismatics offers many fascinating opportunities. From rare errors like the 2004 Roosevelt dime to other historical coins, there's always something new to discover. Before we wrap up, remember to check your change and keep an eye out for those rare coins. You never know what hidden treasure might be in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare finds and coin collecting tips. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, where we delve deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Today, we're talking about a dime that has captured the attention of collectors and numismatic experts alike, the 2001 Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, this dime is said to be worth up to a whopping $2 million. So why is this ordinary-looking coin so valuable? Grab your magnifying glasses and let's find out. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2001 dime, let's take a step back and understand the history of the Roosevelt dime. Introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was designed to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a crucial role in establishing the March of Dimes Foundation, an organization initially dedicated to fighting polio. The dime was chosen to commemorate Roosevelt's legacy because of this connection. The design, created by John R. Sinek, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. Over the years, the design has remained largely unchanged, becoming a staple in American pocket change. Now, on to the star of our show, the 2001 Roosevelt dime. At first glance, this dime might look just like any other that you've encountered in your change jar. However, a closer inspection reveals why this coin is so remarkable. First off, the D mint mark on the dime indicates that it was minted in Denver. In 2001, millions of Roosevelt dimes were produced at both the Philadelphia P and Denver D mints. But here's the catch. The 2001 Roosevelt dime that's causing such a stir isn't just any dime. It is a mint error, a rare occurrence that has made it highly sought after by collectors. You might be wondering, what kind of error could possibly make a dime worth $2 million? In this case, the error is quite subtle, and most people wouldn't notice it at first glance. The 2001 Roosevelt dime in question was struck on a foreign planchet, meaning the blank piece of metal intended for another coin was mistakenly used to mint this dime. The 2001 Roosevelt dime that's worth millions is believed to have been struck on a planchet that was meant for a 10-cent coin from a different country, most likely from South America. This makes the coin significantly lighter and a different color than standard dimes. A normal Roosevelt dime weighs 2.268 grams and is composed of a copper core with a nickel coating. However, the error coin in question has a distinct appearance and weight due to being struck on a different metal composition. The discovery of this dime was no easy feat. It took keen observation and a bit of luck. A collector noticed the unusual appearance and weight of the coin and sent it to be authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Upon examination, the coin was found to have been struck on a foreign planchet, and the details confirmed it was not a typical dime. The experts at the grading service authenticated the coin and assigned it a unique classification due to its extraordinary circumstances. This authentication skyrocketed the coin's value, as collectors and enthusiasts recognized its rarity. You might still be asking, why is this dime valued at $2 million? The answer lies in its rarity and the fascination it has generated in the numismatic community. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for unique items that have a story, and this dime certainly fits the bill. There are only a handful of error coins like this known to exist, and when you combine that with the intrigue of how it was created, you have a perfect storm for high value. Error coins often draw high prices because they represent a mistake, something that wasn't supposed to happen. This dime's unique composition and story add layers of interest and rarity, making it a prized possession for collectors. Also, let's not forget about the law of supply and demand. The fewer coins there are, the higher the demand, especially when it's a coin with such a compelling story. The auction prices can skyrocket as collectors compete to add this rarity to their collection. Now, you're probably eager to check your pocket change to see if you've got one of these rare dimes. But before you start, here's what you need to look for. The first indicator of an error dime is its weight. If the dime is significantly lighter than the standard 2.268 grams, you might have something special. The color may differ slightly due to the foreign metal composition. It might appear more bronze-like or have a different hue than the typical silvery color of a regular dime. Examine the coin details under magnification. Error coins might show signs of a double strike or of less defined features due to being struck on an incorrect planchet. If you think you have a potential error coin, it's essential to get it graded by a professional numismatic service. They can authenticate the coin and provide a certification that could increase its value. If you're lucky enough to have a 2001 Roosevelt dime error coin, there are several steps you should take to protect your investment. Always handle the coin by its edges to avoid damaging its surface. Even minor scratches can significantly reduce a coin's value. Store the coin in a protective holder or case designed for coins. This will help protect it from dust, moisture, and other environmental factors that could tarnish or damage it. Consider insuring your coin if it's verified to be an error coin worth significant money. This can protect your investment from theft or damage. Keep up with the latest news in the numismatic world. Market values can fluctuate, and staying informed can help you decide the best time to sell or hold your coin. So, why are collectors so fascinated with error coins, like this 2001 Roosevelt dime? For many, it's the idea of owning a piece of history that wasn't supposed to exist. Error coins are like the wild cards of numismatics. They represent a break from the norm, a mistake that managed to slip through the rigorous quality controls of the U.S. Mint. Moreover, each error coin has its own unique story. How did it happen? How did it slip through unnoticed? These questions add a layer of mystery and allure, driving collectors to pay top dollar to own a piece of that mystery. The 2001 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of how even the smallest coin can have a big impact in the world of numismatics. From its humble beginnings as an everyday coin to becoming a $2 million treasure, this dime has captured the imaginations of collectors worldwide. Whether you're an avid coin collector or just someone who loves a good story, the 2001 Roosevelt dime is a reminder that there's always more than meets the eye. So, the next time you're checking your change, take a closer look. You never know what rare find might be hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things numismatic. Happy collecting! If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other videos on rare coins and their fascinating histories. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or have a topic you'd like us to cover in a future video. Until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep the passion alive. We're diving into the incredible story behind a seemingly ordinary coin, the 1994 Roosevelt dime. Believe it or not, one of these dimes was sold for a whopping $3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $3 million for a dime. So how did this happen? And why is this coin so valuable? Stick around as we uncover the fascinating history, the minting error that made it so unique, and what you should look for if you happen to have one in your collection. First, a little background on the Roosevelt dime. This 10-cent piece has been a staple of American currency since 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was introduced to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. Roosevelt was beloved by many for his leadership through the Great Depression and World War II, and he was also a major advocate for the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, a disease he himself suffered from. The design of the dime features a portrait of Roosevelt on the obverse, or front, while the reverse, or back, depicts a torch, oak branch, and olive branch symbolizing liberty, victory, and peace. This design has remained largely unchanged to this day, making the 1994 Roosevelt dime look just like any other dime at first glance. But what sets it apart is a mysterious and rare minting error. Now, let's get into the real story, the 1994 Roosevelt dime. So what makes this coin worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in a minting error that's incredibly rare and wasn't discovered until years after the coins were released into circulation. The D in 1994 D stands for the Denver Mint, where these dimes were produced. But there was something special about a few of these dimes that makes them unique. During the minting process, a few dimes were struck with a special proof die, a die that's typically used to create proof coins for collectors, not for general circulation. Proof dies create coins with a higher level of detail, a sharper strike, and a mirror-like finish, which are not features of regular dimes. Somehow, this proof die made its way into the production line for regular circulation dimes in Denver in 1994. As a result, these error dimes have a unique appearance, different from standard dimes of that year. But of course, this wasn't discovered until a coin enthusiast spotted the difference years later. It wasn't until a collector, who was meticulously searching through rolls of dimes from the bank, stumbled upon one of these unique coins. The sharpness of the strike and the overall look of the dime was different. After careful examination and comparison with other dimes, they realized it was struck with a proof die, a 1 in a million find. The collector sent the coin to a professional grading service, where it was authenticated as a rare mint error. This discovery sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. Word spread, and suddenly everyone was on the lookout for more 1994 Roosevelt dimes with this unique feature. Now let's talk value. Why is this coin worth $3 million? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. There are believed to be only a handful of these 1994 proof die dimes in existence. The rarity of this mint error has made it highly sought after by collectors, driving the value sky high. The value of a coin is determined by its rarity, demand, condition, and the story behind it. In this case, the 1994 Roosevelt dime checks all these boxes. When one of these dimes was sold at auction for $3 million, it was a record-breaking moment that highlighted just how much collectors are willing to pay for a piece of numismatic history. So how can you tell if you have one of these incredibly rare 1994 dimes? Here are a few tips. Look for the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. The key feature of the error is the high-quality strike. The details of Roosevelt's face, the torch, and the branches should be sharper and more pronounced than on a typical dime. Look for a mirror-like finish, which is typical of proof coins, but not regular dimes. If you think you have one, it's worth getting it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Even if it's not the error dime, having a coin professionally graded can often increase its value if it's in good condition. The story of the 1994 D. Roosevelt dime is just one example of the excitement and intrigue surrounding coin collecting and mint errors. It's a hobby that combines history, art, and sometimes a little bit of luck. You never know when you might find a rare gem like the 1994 D dime in your pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, there's always something new to discover in the world of numismatics. Who knows? Maybe the next $1 million coin is out there waiting to be found by someone just like you. So, that's the incredible story of the 1994 D. Roosevelt dime, a small coin with a big story. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and the fascinating history behind them, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. And if you've ever found a rare coin or have a cool coin story, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy hunting. This script is designed to engage viewers by blending historical context with the captivating story of the 1994 D. Roosevelt dime. It explains the coin's significance and rarity and encourages audience participation, making it an informative and interactive experience. Where today we dive into the intriguing world of numismatics. Buckle up as we explore the fascinating story of the 1941 Roosevelt dime, an ordinary coin with an extraordinary value. We'll uncover its history, significance, and why it's making headlines today with a jaw-dropping market value of up to $6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $6 million. Today we're going to break down everything you need to know about this remarkable dime. From its origins to its astronomical value, let's get started. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had been a staunch supporter of the March of Dimes campaign to combat polio. The dime was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver at the U.S. Mint, and was intended to honor Roosevelt's legacy. However, today we're focusing on a particular year, 1941. Despite its general circulation, the 1941 Roosevelt dime is notable for a few specific reasons. Most importantly, it serves as a precursor to the more valuable rare coins minted later. Let's take a closer look at the 1941 Roosevelt dime. The coin features President Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. It's composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 17.9 millimeters in diameter. But what sets the 1941 version apart? While most 1941 dimes are fairly common, a few rare specimens have unique characteristics. For instance, there were some minor minting errors and variations that make certain 1941 dimes particularly valuable. These variations can include misstrikes or unexpected errors in minting. So what's driving the incredible $6 million value? The answer lies in a rare find, an exceptionally well-preserved 1941 Roosevelt dime with a unique error. These dimes have surfaced in high-profile auctions, attracting the attention of serious collectors and investors. The value of these rare dimes skyrocketed due to their rarity and the impeccable condition of some specimens. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that have historical significance and are in pristine condition. When a 1941 Roosevelt dime with a mint error comes up for auction, it often fetches astronomical prices. To understand why some 1941 Roosevelt dimes are worth millions, let's talk about the factors influencing coin value. Key elements include the coin's condition, rarity, historical significance, and the presence of any unique errors. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades significantly increasing value. High-grade examples of the 1941 Roosevelt dime, particularly those with rare mint errors or in pristine condition, can command staggering prices. The combination of historical importance and exceptional preservation makes these coins highly coveted. If you're interested in investing in rare coins, here's what you need to know. Start by researching and understanding the market trends. Consult with experts and consider joining numismatic organizations. Investing in coins requires both knowledge and patience, as the market can fluctuate. Remember, it's crucial to buy from reputable sources, get coins graded by certified professionals, and stay informed about market developments. Investing in rare coins can be rewarding but also challenging, so be prepared to do your homework. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the world of the 1941 Roosevelt dime. From its historical significance to its impressive market value, it's clear that this coin holds a special place in numismatic history. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating content. And, as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Until next time, keep on collecting, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're uncovering the intriguing story of one of the most coveted coins in American numismatics, the 1942 Roosevelt dime. This seemingly humble coin has a fascinating history and, believe it or not, can be worth up to $7 million. So, let's explore what makes this coin so special and why it's worth so much in today's market. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, not in 1942. So you might be wondering, what's the connection? Well, it's all about a unique error that occurred during the minting process of this coin. To understand the significance of this dime, we need to look back at the year it was minted and the historical context surrounding it. The year 1942 was pivotal in American history. The United States was deeply involved in World War II, and the government needed to conserve precious metals. As a result, the mint began to alter its coin production. The Roosevelt dime, which was originally intended to replace the Mercury dime, would not officially be produced until 1946. However, there are stories of prototypes and errors that emerged in the years before its official release. During this period, various trial coins and prototypes were minted as the mint prepared for the Roosevelt dime's launch. These prototypes, though never intended for circulation, are now highly prized by collectors. The key piece that has driven the Roosevelt dime's legendary status is an elusive 1942 version that was accidentally produced. The 1942 Roosevelt dime error is a result of a minting mistake. During the transition from the Mercury dime to the Roosevelt dime, a small number of 1,942 dimes were struck with the Roosevelt design. These error coins are incredibly rare, with only a handful known to exist. Collectors and experts have confirmed that these dimes were never meant to be minted in 1942. Instead, they were supposed to start production in 1946. Due to this error, these dimes are now some of the most sought-after coins in the world. The rarity and historical significance of these dimes have catapulted their value into the millions. So, how much is a 1942 Roosevelt dime worth today? The market value can vary depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and provenance. However, the most recent sales data and auctions have shown that these coins can fetch anywhere from a few $100,000 to an astounding $7 million. The record-breaking sale of a 1942 Roosevelt dime error at $7 million highlights just how valuable these coins have become. The $7 million sale was a landmark event in the world of numismatics. It underscores the incredible value collectors place on rare errors, and the lengths they will go to secure these treasures. The coin's unique history, combined with its scarcity, creates a perfect storm for high-value sales. Why is this coin so valuable? First, its rarity. Only a few of these dimes exist, making them extremely scarce. Second, its historical significance. It represents a unique mistake in American minting history. Finally, the coin's condition plays a crucial role. Coins in mint or near mint condition fetch higher prices due to their preserved state and aesthetic appeal. For collectors, owning a 1942 Roosevelt dime isn't just about the monetary value. It's about holding a piece of history, a rare artifact that symbolizes both the chaos of wartime production and the precision of numismatic craftsmanship. If you're a collector or aspiring to be one, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Always ensure that the coin you're considering is verified by reputable experts. Handle coins carefully and store them in protective cases to maintain their condition. Keep up with market trends and auction results to understand the current value of rare coins. And there you have it. The 1942 Roosevelt dime is a true gem in the world of numismatics, with a rich history and a value that reflects its rarity and significance. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have a 1942 Roosevelt dime, or are you on the hunt for one? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Your Channel Name. Feel free to adjust the script as needed to match your style and the specifics of your channel. We have a fascinating topic for all you coin enthusiasts and history buffs out there. We're diving into the world of numismatics to explore one of the most intriguing coins ever minted, the 1943 Roosevelt dime. This particular coin has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike, and you'll be amazed to learn why it's worth an astounding $8 million. So, buckle up as we uncover the history, rarity, and value of the 1943 Roosevelt dime. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the 1943 Roosevelt dime, let's set the stage by understanding a bit of context about the Roosevelt dime series and the 1943 coin in particular. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, designed by the engraver John R. Sinek. It was minted to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. The coin was made from 90% silver and 10% copper and became an iconic symbol of post-war America. But here's where it gets interesting. The 1943 Roosevelt dime is a bit of a mystery. 1943 was a pivotal year during World War II. The United States was heavily involved in the war effort, and metal shortages were a real concern. As a result, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition of the penny to zinc-coated steel to conserve copper for the war effort. The dimes, however, remained in their usual silver composition. So, why is the 1943 Roosevelt dime so valuable? Here's the twist. The 1943 Roosevelt dime is supposed to be a regular silver dime, but there have been rumors and claims of a few rare specimens that were mistakenly struck with the steel composition used for the 1943 pennies. These so-called steel dimes are said to be extremely rare and have captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Recent auction records have shown that some collectors believe these steel dimes could fetch an incredible $8 million. While the reality is that no official records have confirmed the existence of a genuine 1943 steel dime, this belief has created a buzz in the numismatic community. The 1943 Roosevelt dime is one of those numismatic mysteries. While there's no concrete evidence that any 1943 dimes were struck in steel, the rumors and the allure of such a rare error have driven up interest and speculative value. Collectors often get excited about the possibility of finding a rare coin, and this is no exception. If you're lucky enough to find a 1943 Roosevelt dime, it's crucial to have it authenticated and graded by a professional numismatist. The process involves examining the coin's composition, mint marks, and other distinguishing features to ensure its authenticity. Coins that are graded and certified by reputable organizations like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can command higher prices in the market. But remember, a genuine 1943 steel dime remains a part of coin folklore until definitive evidence proves its existence. If you're a collector or investor looking to dive into the world of rare coins, the 1943 Roosevelt dime, whether real or myth, serves as an excellent example of how historical context and rarity can create a coin of extraordinary value. Make sure to stay informed and do your research to ensure you're investing wisely. So, there you have it. The 1943 Roosevelt dime is a fascinating piece of numismatic history, surrounded by mystery and excitement. Whether it's worth $8 million or simply a story for collectors to marvel at, its allure continues to capture the imagination of many. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1943 Roosevelt dime, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more content on rare coins and collectibles. Also, let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you have any thoughts on the 1943 Roosevelt dime. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Feel free to adjust the script according to your style and the specific needs of your channel. Good luck with your video. We're diving deep into the world of numismatics, focusing on a particularly intriguing piece, the 1944 Roosevelt dime. You might have heard whispers about its value, and today, we're going to unravel the mystery behind this coin and its astonishing worth. So let's get started. The Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946, is an iconic piece of American numismatics. But today, our spotlight is on a very specific 1944 Roosevelt dime. You might be wondering, why 1944? After all, the Roosevelt dime was not officially minted until 1946. Well, that's where the story gets fascinating. In 1944, the world was in the midst of World War II, and the United States was focusing its efforts on the war. During this period, the mint was still using older coin designs, including the Mercury dime, which was eventually replaced by the Roosevelt dime. The 1944 Roosevelt dime is rumored to be a unique piece, a transitional coin that never officially existed in large quantities. To understand why this particular coin is so valuable, let's first look at the Roosevelt dime that officially entered circulation in 1946. It was designed by John R. Cynic, and its purpose was to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. The coin features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt and the iconic torch and olive branch design on the reverse. However, in numismatic circles, there's an intriguing story about a few experimental dimes minted in 1944 bearing Roosevelt's likeness. These were supposedly created as prototypes or transitional pieces before the official release in 1946. Though these coins were never released for general circulation, a few are rumored to have slipped through the cracks. So, how much is a 1944 Roosevelt dime worth today? Well, the value of these coins can be astronomical. A genuine 1944 Roosevelt dime in mint condition can fetch up to $9 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $9 million. This astronomical figure is largely due to its rarity, historical significance, and the sheer intrigue of owning a piece of what could have been in American numismatic history. The market for rare coins is incredibly dynamic, and prices can fluctuate based on collector demand and the rarity of the piece. The 1944 Roosevelt dime's high value is driven by its status as a unique transitional piece and its rarity, with only a handful of verified specimens known to exist. These coins are often sold through high-profile auctions where collectors and investors vie for the opportunity to own a piece of this extraordinary history. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1944 Roosevelt dime, there are several things to check to ensure its authenticity. Look for the distinct Roosevelt portrait, the quality of the minting, and any potential marks that could indicate it's one of these rare transitional coins. Expert appraisal and certification are crucial steps in verifying such a valuable piece. Professional grading services can help authenticate and assess the value of your coin. If you think you've found a 1944 Roosevelt dime, getting it examined by a reputable coin grading service is essential. They can provide a detailed report on its authenticity, condition, and market value. In conclusion, the 1944 Roosevelt dime is a rare and fascinating piece of American coinage. Its extraordinary value of up to $9 million reflects its historical significance and rarity. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about rare coins, the story of this dime is a testament to the incredible world of numismatics. Thanks for joining us today on Rare Coins Revealed. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content. And let us know in the comments if you've ever come across any rare coins or if you have questions about numismatics. Until next time, happy collecting. Today's episode is one you won't want to miss. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatic history, the 1945 Roosevelt dime. You might be surprised to learn that this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth up to a staggering $10 million. Let's find out why. First, let's take a step back in time and explore the history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946 following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt to honor his contributions to the nation, especially his role in founding the March of Dimes. But what about 1945? In 1945, the Roosevelt dime wasn't in circulation yet. This coin didn't hit the presses until the following year. But here's where things get interesting. Some collectors believe that a few 1945 Roosevelt dimes were accidentally struck as prototypes before the official 1946 release. These prototypes are rumored to be extremely rare and potentially worth a fortune. Let's dig into that mystery. So, what's the story behind these elusive 1945 dimes? The speculation is that during the transition from the Mercury dime to the Roosevelt dime, some test strikes were made in 1945. These test coins are believed to be extremely rare, and if they exist, they could be worth a fortune today. Collectors and experts have been debating the existence of these 1,945 prototypes for years. No official records confirm their production, but whispers in the numismatic world suggest that a few might have slipped through the cracks. And that's where the $10 million valuation comes into play. Let's talk about the potential value of a 1945 Roosevelt dime. If these prototype coins were to be found and authenticated, they could indeed be worth up to $10 million. But why such an astronomical price? The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance. A 1945 Roosevelt dime, if proven to be an authentic prototype, would be incredibly rare. The demand for such a unique piece would drive its value up dramatically. The 1945 Roosevelt dime would be one of the holy grails of American coin collecting. Its rarity alone would make it highly sought after. If such a coin were to surface, it would likely attract bids from collectors and institutions willing to pay a premium. The $10 million figure, while speculative, is not out of the realm of possibility for a coin of this caliber. If you're a coin collector or just curious about rare finds, you might be wondering how you could verify or even find a coin like this. Here are a few tips for identifying and authenticating rare coins. Always have your coins graded by a professional numismatic grading service. They use advanced technology and expertise to determine a coin's authenticity and condition. Study historical records and consult with experts. Understanding the history and characteristics of the coin is crucial. Join numismatic societies and forums. Often, rare coins and their stories are shared within these communities. To wrap up, while the 1945 Roosevelt dime remains shrouded in mystery and speculation, its potential value has captured the imagination of collectors and investors alike. Whether you're searching through your coin collection or just fascinated by numismatic history, the story of this coin is a reminder of the fascinating world of rare collectibles. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the 1945 Roosevelt dime. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any thoughts or questions about rare coins, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep searching for those hidden treasures and stay curious. See you in the next video. Feel free to adjust the script based on your style and the specific details you want to highlight. Good luck with your video.